What if I told you that one chapter in the Bible has brought peace to people facing war, sickness, loss, fear, and uncertainty for thousands of years? It has been whispered in hospital rooms, prayed before difficult decisions, and spoken through tears by people searching for hope. That chapter is Psalm 23. But many people know the words without truly understanding the incredible promises hidden inside them. Tonight, let's slow down and discover why this ancient psalm still speaks to every generation. David begins with one of the most powerful statements in Scripture: "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." David wasn't speaking as a king. He was speaking as someone who had once cared for sheep. He understood that sheep depend entirely on their shepherd for protection, guidance, food, and safety. By calling God his shepherd, David was declaring complete trust. This verse doesn't promise a life without challenges. Instead, it reminds us that we are never left to face them alone. David continues, "He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul." Sometimes life moves so fast that we forget to rest. Our minds become filled with worry. Our hearts become heavy. But God invites us into moments of peace. The green pastures are more than fields. They represent God's provision. The still waters symbolize his peace in a noisy world. And perhaps the greatest promise is this: he restores our souls when life has drained us. One of the most famous verses says, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." Notice something important. David never says believers will never enter valleys. He says we walk through them. The valley is not our destination. It is only part of the journey. Fear loses its power when we remember that God walks beside us. Sometimes his greatest miracle isn't removing the storm. Sometimes it's giving us strength to keep walking. David writes, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies." What an incredible picture. God doesn't always remove every obstacle immediately. Sometimes he demonstrates his faithfulness right in the middle of them. Even when life feels unfair, even when others doubt you, even when doors seem closed, God is still able to bless, provide, and protect. Your circumstances do not determine God's ability to work. The psalm ends with these beautiful words: "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever." Imagine waking up each day believing that God's goodness and mercy are walking beside you, not because life is perfect, but because God is faithful. Psalm 23 reminds us that our hope is not built on changing circumstances. It is built on an unchanging God. No matter where you are today, his invitation remains the same. Trust him, walk with him, rest in him. If this message encouraged you, take a moment to read Psalm 23 slowly tonight before you sleep. Which verse speaks most deeply to your heart right now? Share it in the comments below. And if you'd like more Bible teachings, hidden biblical insights, and messages of hope, don't forget to subscribe to Untold Scriptures. May the Lord, our shepherd, guide your steps, restore your soul, and fill your heart with his peace. God bless you.